Ever wondered how the future will affect our jobs? Well, with the rapid pace of technological advancement, the landscape of the job market is undergoing a radical transformation. As we continue to innovate, certain professions are feeling the pressure. Automation, artificial intelligence, robotics. These aren't just buzzwords, they're game changers. They're capable of performing tasks faster, more efficiently, and often more accurately than humans. From manufacturing to customer service, no industry is immune. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that robots are going to take over the world, but it does imply that some jobs are at risk of becoming obsolete. Jobs that involve routine and repetitive tasks are the most vulnerable. This change can be daunting, but it's also an opportunity for us to adapt and evolve, to learn new skills and embrace the future. So, stay tuned as we count down the top 10 professions that are predicted to become extinct soon. Starting at number 10, we have postal workers. In the age of instant messaging, emails, and video calls, the charm of traditional mail is slowly fading away. It's not just the digital communication that is causing this decline. The advent of automated delivery systems and drones is also playing a significant role. These technological advancements are not merely concepts of science fiction anymore, they are quickly becoming a reality. Companies are investing heavily in these technologies, envisioning a future where human postal workers might no longer be needed. Imagine a world where your mail and packages are dropped at your doorstep by a drone. This could be our reality sooner than we think. However, it's not all doom and gloom for postal workers. Some believe that their roles might evolve rather than completely disappear. But, as it stands right now, the future of postal workers seems to be hanging by a thread. Next up, at number 9, we have cashiers. Cashiers, those friendly faces that scan your groceries, count your change, and send you off with a receipt and a smile. But with the rise of self-checkout systems and the increasing trend of online shopping, the need for human cashiers is dwindling. Imagine walking into your favorite store, picking out what you need, and scanning everything yourself at a self-checkout kiosk. No waiting in line, no small talk, just you and the machine. This is already the reality in many supermarkets and retail stores across the world. Then there's online shopping. With a few clicks, you can have virtually anything delivered right to your doorstep. The digital revolution has made it so easy to shop without ever having to interact with a cashier. So, as technology continues to advance and our shopping habits evolve, could we soon be saying goodbye to cashier professions? At number 8, we have travel agents. Once upon a time, planning a vacation meant a trip to the local travel agent, a conversation over a desk cluttered with colorful brochures, and the promise of a getaway tailored just for you. But in the digital age, do-it-yourself travel planning is becoming the norm. The rise of online booking platforms has revolutionized the way we travel. From flights to hotels, car rentals to guided tours, we now have the world at our fingertips, literally. With a few clicks or taps, we can compare prices, read reviews, and book our dream vacation from the comfort of our own homes. This convenience and accessibility have made traditional travel agents somewhat obsolete. While they still offer a personalized touch, the reality is that these professionals are struggling to compete with the speed, efficiency, and cost-effectiveness of online platforms. Travel agents, another profession on the verge of extinction. Coming in at number 7, we have taxi drivers. The iconic yellow cabs, often associated with bustling city life, have been a staple of urban transportation for decades. But the winds of change are blowing hard. With the advent of ride-sharing applications like Uber and Lyft, the traditional taxi industry has been shaken to its core. These apps offer convenience, competitive pricing, and a sense of control that traditional taxis simply can't match. With a few taps on a screen, riders can summon a car to their location, track its arrival, and pay for the ride without ever touching cash or a card. And if that wasn't enough, the rise of autonomous vehicles is another storm on the horizon. Companies like Waymo and Tesla are accelerating the development of self-driving cars, which could further disrupt the need for human taxi drivers. As these technologies continue to evolve and intertwine, the need for traditional taxi drivers is diminishing. Taxi drivers may soon be a thing of the past. At number 6, we have print journalists. These professionals have been significant contributors to the dissemination of information for centuries. However, the rise of digital media is steadily reshaping the landscape of journalism. As our world becomes more connected, people are turning to their devices for the latest news, making the demand for print media dwindle. The digital revolution has brought about a dramatic shift in how we consume news. Traditional newspapers and magazines are being replaced by online platforms, blogs, and social media. This doesn't necessarily mean journalism is dying, it's simply evolving. The skills of researching, interviewing, and reporting are as crucial as ever, but the medium through which these skills are utilized is changing. Print journalists are now faced with the challenge of adapting to this new landscape. Those who can successfully transition into digital journalism may find their profession not just surviving, but thriving in this digital era. Print journalists, another profession fighting for survival. Halfway through our list at number 5, we have assembly line workers. Once the backbone of the Industrial Revolution, assembly line workers are now facing a significant threat: the rise of automation and robotics. The manufacturing industries are increasingly turning to these technologies for their precision, speed, and cost-effectiveness. Robots don't tire, they don't require breaks, and they can work around the clock. They're designed to perform repetitive tasks with a level of accuracy that is difficult for humans to achieve consistently. Moreover, these automated systems are becoming more sophisticated. They're not just bolt tightening anymore. They're handling delicate tasks, making intricate products, and even performing quality control checks. This doesn't mean that human involvement in manufacturing will disappear entirely, but it does mean that the role of assembly line workers as we know them is changing dramatically. They're being asked to supervise these machines, troubleshoot problems, and manage the production process. The future looks uncertain for assembly line workers. Coming in at number 4, we have bank tellers. Now this might surprise some of you. After all, who doesn't enjoy a friendly smile and a warm greeting as they conduct their financial transactions? But the reality is, the banking industry has been rapidly evolving, and the role of the bank teller is being reshaped by this transformation. The rise of online banking, for instance, has made it possible for customers to conduct most of their banking transactions right from the comfort of their homes or offices. No need to wait in line, no need to rush to the bank before it closes. And then there are the automated teller machines, or ATMs, which are available 24/7 for cash withdrawals, deposits, and more. This doesn't mean that all bank tellers will disappear overnight. There will always be a need for a human touch, especially for complex transactions and services. But the trend is clear. Bank tellers, another profession that may soon be history. At number 3, we have telemarketers. As we move further into the digital age, telemarketing is becoming less prevalent. It's being replaced by automated phone systems and intelligent algorithms that can reach out to potential customers with a precision and customization that human callers can't match. As technology advances, we're seeing a rise in robocalls and automated messaging systems. These systems can call thousands of numbers in a fraction of the time it takes a human to dial one. Plus, they never get tired, never need a lunch break, and they don't require a salary. Furthermore, digital marketing strategies are becoming more sophisticated and targeted. Companies can now use social media, search engine optimization, and email campaigns to reach their audience directly, without the need for a middleman. So, while the friendly voice on the other end of the line might soon become a thing of the past, it's clear that the future of marketing is here to stay. Telemarketers, a profession that may soon be off the dial. Just missing the top spot at number 2, we have textile workers. The textile industry, once the backbone of manufacturing economies, has been overshadowed by the double-edged sword of automation and overseas production. For centuries, human hands wove together the fabric of our societies, but in the blink of an eye, contemporary technology has replaced these skilled workers. Automated machines now spin, weave, and dye textiles at a pace that human hands can't compete with. The result? A dramatic decline in the need for textile workers. Simultaneously, the allure of cheaper production costs has led companies to shift their manufacturing units overseas. Countries with lower labor costs are now the epicenters of textile production. This shift has left many textile workers in developed countries without jobs. The textile industry is a stark example of how technology and globalization can transform a sector. The looms and spindles once operated by human hands are now controlled by automated systems and distant factories. Textile workers, a profession that's threadbare in the face of change. And the profession most likely to become extinct. At number 1, we have video rental clerks. The rise of streaming services has significantly changed the landscape of home entertainment. Gone are the days of perusing aisle after aisle of DVDs and VHS tapes, debating over which movie to rent for the weekend. Instead, we now have an almost endless selection of films and television shows at our fingertips, thanks to platforms like Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon Prime. This shift to digital consumption has led to the decline of physical video rental stores. Blockbuster, once a titan in the video rental industry, now exists only as a relic of the past. This means that video rental clerks, the gatekeepers of our Friday night entertainment, are becoming increasingly redundant. The need for someone to manage the returns, organize the shelves, and recommend the perfect movie for your date night is rapidly disappearing. Video rental clerks, a profession that's already fading into obscurity. And that concludes our countdown of the top 10 professions likely to become extinct. We've journeyed through diverse fields, from the postal workers who've been the backbone of our communication networks, to the cashiers who've been our point of contact at stores. We've seen how travel agents, once the gatekeepers of our global voyages, are being replaced by digital platforms. We've delved into the lives of taxi drivers, print journalists, and assembly line workers, each facing their unique challenges in a rapidly evolving world. We've also highlighted the plight of bank tellers and telemarketers, professions that are being redefined by technology. We've explored the world of textile workers and finally, the video rental clerks, a profession almost extinct in today's streaming age. Remember, the future is not written in stone. These professions could adapt, evolve, or transform entirely. Only time will tell what the future holds for these professions. Stay adaptive, stay relevant.